With two wheels in front and one in back, the 1934 Morgan Supersport sports car drives
like nothing else you've ever driven. They're nose heavy. It's a lot of torque, like an old motorcycle, like an old Harley or an Indian. I'm pretty cautious with it. I don't go sliding around corners. I, take it pretty easy.
Marc Wunderman of Redding, Connecticut brought his 90-year-old right-hand drive Morgan to the British by the Sea gathering in Waterford in early June. The car's most notable feature is the JAP V-twin engine up front, which he said can be irritating to others.
It's literally ear-splitting. We have people in our club who would not drive behind me on a road run because they say it's just too noisy.
Wunderman got his first Morgan, a four-wheeled model, in 1999, then spied the three-wheeled model at a club event.
I heard a V-twin engine running, and I've played around with V-twins most of my life, old Indians and what have you. I had once seen a Morgan three-wheeler, and the owner expressed no interest in selling it. I saw this one, and without a thought in my head, I walked up to the owner, and I offered up my hand, and I said, "Hi, my name's Mark, and I'd love to be the next owner of that car." He paused a minute, and he said, "You know what? I'm thinking about selling it." Yeah. So one thing led to another. I got to know the owner and came to understand that for him it was not about wanting or needing the money. He just wasn't driving it. He wanted to make sure it would go to a good home.
A deal was eventually struck, and Wunderman got the Morgan.
I did a few cosmetic things, but mainly the car looks the way I bought it. I painted the wheels. I polished out the paint. I replaced the dashboard, the wood dashboard, the metal center of the dashboard, the speedometer. I rewired the whole car. It's running at 12 volts with a 6-volt starter, which is why it's able to flip the engine over. Rebuilt the rear suspension, the gearbox, the front suspension, the generator drive, just kind of everything you don't see, but makes it drivable.
The Morgan does have a major shortcoming.
The brakes are absolutely horrible, which means you're just always conscious of, is that person in front of me going to stop, or somebody going to pull out from the side? You have to be hyper vigilant, like you would be on a motorcycle. But on a smooth road, without some huge SUV behind you, it's great fun.
Passengers, though, have to be wary.
What I tell people, because the cockpit is so narrow, the front brakes operate on a big hand lever next to the gear shift, which means you're basically putting your hand on your passenger's leg. And I warn people ahead of time, I'm not grabbing your legs, but I may need the brakes.
But Wunderman doesn't drive it as much as he used to.
I used to drive it quite a lot. I didn't think anything of getting in it on a Saturday morning and going 50, 75 miles. I'm not doing that much lately. I'm just older, more cautious.
That's Ride Connecticut. I'm Bud Wilkinson, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, check out the website.